In this lab, there are two parts, Part A and Part B. And the way I set this up is each pair of students will do one part, either A or B, and then they'll share with the people across the table from them. As you can see at my lab stations, we have room for two people on each side, and then they pair up. Some experiments they do in groups of 4, but often, almost always, I have them work in pairs. So Part A involves dilution of calcium ions, the calcium nitrate, while keeping the sodium hydroxide concentration constant. Part B is just the reverse of that, dilution of the sodium hydroxide while keeping the calcium nitrate concentration constant. So let's look at how we're going to do this lab. This is one of the labs where the actual execution is not that difficult. The calculations are what confuse my students more than anything else. The instructions say use 8 wells of a well plate, and doesn't really matter what size you do as long as they're big enough to hold about 20 drops. We also have toothpicks for mixing if needed. These unlabeled pipettes are also for mixing officially, as you'll see in just a minute. So in Part A, we're going to add 10 drops of calcium nitrate to well 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, holding it straight up and down, 10. And we're going to put 10 drops of water in wells 2 through 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I always tell my students, if you don't know how to count to 10, have your partner do this part. Okay, and I'm going to stop there. I know that's not 8 wells, but I'm running out of distilled water because my partners did not refill the pipette for me. In any case, there we go. 10 drops of calcium nitrate at well 1, 10 drops of water at well 2 through 10. Then we're going to add 10 drops of calcium nitrate to well 2. So well 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Two things here. If something happens, if a precipitate forms, then your well plate is dirty. You need to clean it. Second, now that we've added 10 drops of calcium nitrate with 10 drops of water, the calcium nitrate is effectively half as concentrated, 0.050 molar. We're going to use the same kind of procedure as we go down the row with the other wells. It says in the instructions, use an empty pipette to mix the solution thoroughly by drawing the solution into the pipette, squirting back several times. So this is the mixing procedure. Suck it up, squirt it back. It is also okay if you don't want to use your valuable pipettes to just give it a stir with a toothpick. We just want it to be uniform. We want it to be a solution, homogeneous, etc. Then we're going to take 10 drops of the solution from well 2 that we've just mixed and put them into well 3. Remember, there's already water in well 3. This is where you need these pipettes to be relatively clean and dry. And we're going to move 10 drops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the rest goes back in well 2. We're going to mix, and we're going to repeat that process through all 8 wells. When you do part 2, it's the same procedure, except you'll be starting with sodium hydroxide.